Brady kind of hinted at not retire. I mean, being retired, saying he's happy now, but 6 months from now, he may not feel the same way. Never say never.
Never
Is he
say never.
is he pulling a Favre on us?
I think that he's got Favre-esque traits in it, and it's because this is something that's always been talked about. I mean, think about it. A lot of people thought he should have walked away after the Falcons, bringing them up again. After Super Bowl 51, a lot of people thought that he should have ended it on that note. He had the most Super Bowls ever. The most by a quarterback, because that was number 5 for him.
Yep.
So he had gotten that. You had the greatest comeback ever. Walk out on top. What else do you have to play for? I think Jimmy G still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy was there. You had the heir apparent. I mean, everything had set up perfectly for him. So from a Favre standpoint, I feel like it's always been something that's talked about. Now, granted, Favre was the one that was always doing the talking on his end, but it's always been the media and then just speculation of, even though Tom was adamant, I'm going to play till I'm 45. And I think that I could play even beyond that if I wanted to. I think that is that's kind of been his thing, and so him saying never say never, basically, I believe him. I do believe that maybe if he gets in a position where he feels it, and then again, also, who's going to turn him down? Whether that be like Tampa might not go out and try and get somebody. Like they might be like, yeah, we're just going to roll with Kyle Trask. And they do that, and Brady wants to come back. Of course, they're going to welcome him with open arms. Like,
some are saying they may trade for James Garoppolo.
That man is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. I'm telling you right now. He's going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
I don't think Brady's gone, and that may have influenced Leftwich deciding to not walk away so soon. I think that he's doing a test run with the family. He's really going to take some time, relax. I don't think he's going to stop training. He's just not going to be training, like he would for the regular season. But he's still going to be staying in shape. Get out of there, and throwing the ball. So I'm just curious to see what's going to happen. 5 months in, where it's like Giselle's like, Tom, you got to go, and maybe he retired because she wanted him to come home. And he's just like, I'm just going to get on her nerves, and I'm going to prove to her, like, that this is not a good idea yet. And then she's going to make up her mind and say, you know what, Tom, I think you should go back and play football. And that's what he gets. That's how he gets what he wants. Because, sometimes you have to show somebody that they're wrong instead of just telling them that they're wrong and doing what you want to do. You have to let it play out a little bit so that they can be like, okay, because when it's their idea, they usually embrace it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And I think that, too, at the same time, obviously the kids being the most important thing and, having their dad at home, certainly playing a factor in. I think that Tom also wanted to look into his business venture side of stuff too. And, not to say that like something like Kobe Bryant has any influence over it, but think about it. Kobe had a very short post-playing career. Now, granted, it was a freak accident, but or tragic accident. And I don't know. You just never know. And so it's just like, yeah, I can understand like wanting to spend as much time with the kids. But I think business-wise, too, if you get on his Instagram, he's like really promoting now this like clothing line called Brady. And so
he referenced Kobe on the podcast talking about some of the others' interests in life,
Yeah, and Kobe, for the short period of time, because Kobe 4 years post-play, and then he dies, like, Kobe did a lot. He accomplished a lot within that time. Obviously, body armor was something he was doing at the very end of his career, but body armor, super successful. I know you're a big fan of it. And crazy enough, you leaving your watermelon cherry, I think was the flavor. I think that was the flavor. You left one of those here once. I was never a fan of body armor because I don't like the taste of coconut water. Plus, I don't like coconuts because I don't like milk. I tasted it. It was ice cold. I was like, man. And now I still get Gatorade too, but like I like that too. And so you start.
Hold on, Pierce. You're coming in pixelated. Let me bring you out and bring you back in. Try again.
Am I good?
Sound a little robot-y and frozen.
Do I need to leave? Maybe.
Probably.
All right, here. Let me do that.
All right. So while he's doing that, I'm curious to see what's eventually going to happen with Brady. Like I said, I think he's going to just try this family thing out, see how it makes him feel, see how the wife feels about it, because there's some more left in the tank. And I think he's one of those who doesn't want to go out like Michael Jordan did with the Wizards, but he definitely wants to keep playing until he can't play anymore. He wants to take his horse down to the Old Town Road and ride until he can't no more, and that horse being his football career. But I'm optimistic. But you know what? If Brady doesn't play, I mean, he's been a godsend. He's been one of the best players of our lives. Many call him the GOAT. I'd probably agree with them. So thank you, Tom Brady, for your years of service. Are we back, Parlay Pete?
I think so. Do I sound like what's his name on Star Wars? CPO or whatever?
Yeah, no. You sound like Parlay Pete. I like it.
All right, good. But yeah, I just caught the end of that. I mean, thank you to Thomas Brady. I think that Junior, by the way, he's
Thomas
Junior.
Edward Patrick Brady Jr. I'm gonna skip Bayless on you real quick.
Yeah, as a fan of football, I never had an issue with them. I was never particularly a fan of the Patriots when, obviously where he played a majority of his career. And then him going to a division rival like the Bucs, of course, makes me not like you. I was always a fan of his. He's always going to be etched in my mind for one reason, of course. But and that's when I really honestly, give me one of those. That's literally, really when I kind of started to not like him like the way everybody else doesn't like him. And I think it's just because he stole a moment of joy in my life that I think one day I will get to have, but that's the closest I ever got to that joy. And so I don't like the fact that he did that. But outside of that, I mean, he's a fantastic quarterback. Wasn't the best eye test, in my opinion. I think that Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers, eye test-wise, to me have been better quarterbacks in the NFL. But he's certainly the most accomplished football player ever, so he's got to be the GOAT. He's got more rings than Jordan, so some people want to call him, from a sports perspective, maybe not the greatest athlete, but certainly the best win. Well, and I know Bill Russell, but come on, modern sports, the best, winner ever.
You better throw Serena Williams in there.
Oh yeah, and of course,
look,
Serena doesn't play a team sport, and so they're apples and oranges from that perspective. But certainly, Serena's obviously, and so is fucking Jokic. Like in tennis, these are people that dominate. They dominate their sports. And what Brady's done at that position, and for him to have never been the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It goes to show, guys, you should take pay cuts for the greater good.
And you'll still be rich as shit and make money away from football because I know Tom he's not struggling to put something on the table for the kids.
I mean, if he is, who cares? His wife is like damn near the goat of her industry.
Exactly.
Like y'all talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z, goals, yes, goals. Tom Brady and Giselle aren't too far behind there, buddy.
They're not.
But they don't look.
They're white.
Us. Yeah, I mean, Giselle's Brazilian.
She's white. She looks white, so she's white.
Right. So